Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Focus Daily TV. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, Cash App, Patreon at Focus Daily TV. Today we're going to get into the how. If you've been following this series, we've been speaking about how the Afro-American, which are the children of the God, have fell from grace, how they lost their standings as the predominant nation on this earth, how foreigners came in and disenfranchised us and took us from the top and placed us at the bottom. It's very intricate laws that were ratified upon us. And I'm trying to make this information as simple as possible. So today we're going to be getting a little bit into what is known as maritime law and a little bit into a certain law from 1666 known as the Cestui Que Vie Trust Law. Once again, we're going to be watching a short film. Give everybody a little chance to get in here. It's going to be short and sweet and to the point. But as always, put your discernment caps on, hit that like button, subscribe, and support the channel. Let's go. Get my sound together. We're going to begin this show by reading a little bit from the Law of God, which is commonly known as the Bible. Y'all hang in there. Give me an opportunity to get my feet under me and get used to doing this, and it'll get better. The Lord, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. It begins with, if you do not follow the laws of God, the following curses will come upon you. The Lord will send you back in ships to Egypt on a journey I said you should never make again. There you will be offered you will offer yourself for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. No one will buy you. So it isn't the slavery that they speak of in the history books that they teach us in school. It's a different type of slavery, a debt type of slavery, a spiritual slavery in which they enslave the people of God's souls. All right, let's get into this film. Pay attention, y'all. Hang in there through this psychedelic music.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about the differences between maritime law.
Don't get distracted by our
which
looks.
we are governed by,
Listen to the words
and
that are
law
coming
of
out of the
land,
mouth.
also known as the law of nature, law of God, or common law. So maritime law is a law that governs navigation and shipping. We are governed by the laws of commerce, and those rules are operated under the maritime law. So you may be wondering why I'm talking.
The important thing about this commerce maritime law is it is in complete opposition of the laws of God. The laws of God are the laws of the land. They've placed us under water and we operate under the laws of the sea, which is once again completely against the laws of the Father, the God of the Bible, through his Son, Jesus Christ.
About maritime law, and that's because the government operates their rules under the 1666 SESQV Act, which is the laws of the sea, meaning we are not on land, but we are lost at sea according to the 1666 Act. Legally, we are seen as dead fictions. The 1666 SESQV Act is a trust. Our government declared all UK citizens dead from when you were born, from your birth certificate. I will go into more detail.
Although she mentions the UK, these same tactics are used all around the world. The whole world was placed within this spell, this legal spell, and under the sea, under maritime laws.
Detail about the birth certificate and how it's related to the 1666 Act on another video. But this act does not appear to have been reversed.
Now keep in mind, all of this I'm trying to keep as an allegory to the Wizard of Oz. Once the storm came through, which was the 1929 stock market crash, they entered us into a new way of being, a new way of living. And this is what she's speaking of. That dream world, the land of Oz.
And it was extended in 1707. So
bring it back a little bit.
From when you were born, from your birth certificate. I will go into more detail about the birth certificate and how it's related to the 1666 Act on another video. But this act does not appear to have been reversed, and it was extended in 1707 so that other corporations can use it. So if you look at the picture, you've got the maritime law on one side where you've got the ship, and you've got common law, law of God, law of nature on your left, where you've got a pirate stopping you from getting from the sea to the land. Have you ever noticed that all the rules are called acts? And that is all it is. It's all an act, pretend, an illusion. I'm going to show you a little bit about our history, then it will make more sense about why we are governed by maritime law. In 1302 AD, Pope Boniface VIII issued the...
Okay, I want to point out that in this land of Oz, this dream world that they've placed us in, the dates and numbers might not be precisely correct. They're actually just fake dates that they introduced to create this illusion of their rulership for thousands of years, when actually all of this just occurred a couple of grandmothers ago.
First trust of the world, called the Unum Sanctum, which is a papal bull. He took the whole world under this trust. All the souls in the world belong to the Roman Catholic Church, the corporation. But Boniface claimed ownership of bodies and souls under...
All right, pay attention, y'all. Here we go. Listen to her.
Sanctum, which is a papal bull. He took the whole world under this trust. All the souls in the world belong to the Roman Catholic Church, the corporation. But Boniface claimed ownership of bodies and souls under this Unum Sanctum. He placed the land into a trust. It was his and no one else's, and you can only get into heaven if you do what you are told to do. Can you see where this is going? You will do as we say, or you will get punished. The last line...
That's kind of like a double entendre, because the only way that we will be able to enter the kingdom of heaven is through the Lord Jesus Christ and his leadership as the king of this kingdom. And this kingdom shall be right here on earth, right here in North America. We're pretty much in this kingdom, but the kingdom shall soon come under new rulership, the ultimate rulership.
States in the Unum Sanctum, furthermore, we declare we proclaim, we define that it is absolute.
Bring it back.
And you can only get into heaven if you do what you are told to do. Can you see where this is going? You will do as we say, or you will get punished. The last line states in the Unum Sanctum, furthermore, we declare, we proclaim, we define that it is absolutely necessary for salvation that every human creature be subject to the Roman Pontiff. He was also known as a devil-worshipping pope. In 1455 AD, the first crown was created by Pope Nicholas V. This first crown is represented by the first SQV trust and is created when a child is born. This crown deprives us of all beneficial entitlements and rights on the land. The land was taken away from us living men and women. We had no rights, so we were lost at sea, and still are, according.
So those men and women that she speaks about are the Afro-Americans. Once again, the children of God, the Father.
Into the 1666 Act, as I have already mentioned. Definitions of the SQV. In French, it means he who lives, and in legal terms, it means the beneficiary of the trust. Those who benefit from the trust receive payments. In 1480.
So once they placed us under sea, under the laws of the sea, they replaced us in our identity upon the land. And now, through institutions such as the Federal Reserve and the U.S. corporate government, we're still under their command. They made themselves the beneficiaries of the blessings that God bestowed upon us. Kind of like, let's just go.
81 AD, the second crown of the Commonwealth was created on the 21st of June by Pope Sixtus IV. This was a crown of the body. This second crown is represented by the second SQV trust, and humans were sold as slaves. The Commonwealth crown was eventually returned back to Spain in.
Okay, let's see if we can check this out real quick. Revelation speaks of that exact thing. See if I can quickly locate it. We can get back to the all right, let me let this play. You know what? Oh, Google. Get straight to it. I don't like the way that app act. It won't let me pick the chapter, so Revelation, souls are sold. All right, Revelations 18:13. And cinnamon, and perfume, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and cattle, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and the souls of men. I know a lot of people speak about you can't pick a certain part. You got to read everything in context. So if you feel like it, Revelations chapter 18, that's where it's at. It speaks of the souls of men being sold on the market. And that's what this woman right here is presenting. That's the truth that shall set us free, knowing what occurred to us as the Afro-Americans, the children of God.
Of the Commonwealth was created on the 21st of June by Pope Sixtus IV. This was a crown of the body. The second crown is represented by the second SESQV trust, and humans were sold as slaves. The Commonwealth crown was eventually returned back to Spain in 1975, and it still remains there today. In 1537 AD, the third crown of the ecclesiastical see, also known as the Holy See, was created by Pope Paul III. This SESQV trust was created when a child was baptized. Parents are unaware that they are granting the baptism certificate to the church. In other words, the church now owns the title to your soul. You are seen as a lost soul lost at sea. In 1540, King Henry
All right, pay attention, y'all. I'm going to run that back for you.
The Commonwealth crown was a...
I mean, even though my channel is classified as entertainment, you know, this is serious. So I'm trying to make sure this information is as clear as possible.
Eventually returned back to Spain in 1975, and it still remains there today. In 1537 AD, the third crown of the ecclesiastical see, also known as the Holy See, was created by Pope Paul III.
Remember that name, the Holy See. More information coming on that.
SQV trust was created when a child was baptized. Parents are unaware that they are granting the baptism.
Bring that back.
Also known as the Holy See, was created by Pope Paul III. This SQV trust was created when a child was baptized. Parents are unaware that they are granting the baptism certificate to the church. In other words, the church now owns the title to your soul. You are seen as a lost soul lost at sea. In 1540, King Henry VIII was awarded this crown, which gave him the power to claim all lost souls. The SESQV Act was set up, and the Phoenicians assisted in the creation of this crown. However, the crown was lost in 1816 due to the bankruptcy of England.
So once this legal spell was ratified, their actions immediately began. And they run these same programs over and over and over again. They bankrupt the system to introduce a new form of registration. And once everybody is registered, they're once again trapped under the SESQV trust. They have to renew it every 50 to 100 years. So if you pay attention to today's economic climate, they're crashing the system. And this is exactly the reason why.
The crown was granted to the Temple Bar, which is now known as the crown. Assisted in the creation of this crown. However, the crown was lost in 1816 due to the bankruptcy of England, and the crown was granted to the Temple Bar, which is now known as the crown. It's been said from
or the legal bar.
Other people that have done their research that this crown is linked to a secret trust deed which has been set up by design to claim all lost souls lost to the Holy See. We are seen as ships or vessels without a soul. This is why we have no legal standing in a legal society. The crown
and that legal society being the laws of the land, being the laws of our Father which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name.
Legally enforce maritime law on us based on the laws of the sea. In 1666, the SESQV Act, that was first created by Henry VIII of England in 1540, was updated by Charles II. During the Great Fires of London in 1666, Parliament did not know who was still alive or dead, so they set up this new act behind closed doors.
Later on, we'll get to exactly how this SESQV Act runs and presents itself, but basically if you don't claim your child within 2 to 3 days of the signing of the birth certificate, your child's soul immediately goes into this Cester QV trust.
The Great Fires of London started when a fire broke out in a bakery on Pudding Lane just after midnight, and it spread throughout the city. In that same year, there was also a Plague of London that started in 1665. So if men and women didn't prove evidence to the courts that they were alive after 7 years, they were presumed dead in law, lost
Precisely.
at sea. And the 1666 SQV Act still remains in force today, and it's never been reversed. So the next slide, I'm going to show you some words, and it will make a lot more sense and show you the proof that we are still living under the 1666 Act, and that we are still living under maritime law, and we are seen as dead fictions. Birth canal, birth certificate, shipping lane, vessels, friendship, relationship, membership, leadership, ownership, partnership, dictatorship, citizenship, hardship, championship, sponsorship, scholarship, fellowship, censorship, worship, apprenticeship, and then you've got the bank's words, which are frozen assets, liquid assets.
Okay. I'll try to keep this show short so that attention spans will stay with me. So, hit that like button, support the channel, Focus Daily TV at Cash App, Patreon. Make sure you subscribe. And until next time, we out.